Hello guys, welcome to a new video in our channel. Today we're gonna be working in a 2016 SCION TC. Today video we're gonna change the hub bearing assembly, as in making some noise in both sides. So we change in both sides. We are in the passenger side, which is exactly same as driver side. So we'll show you how we change that on the passenger side. The first thing, you take your wheel off and you're gonna have to take your brake caliper bracket and then take the rotor off, and then we'll show you how to take the hub assembly out.
So what kind of noise does it make?
I don't know how to explain.
It's like a humming noise, like a bear ring.
Yeah.
It's like a humming noise. It's a typical bear ring going bad noise.
And we have good tires, and it's almost new, so it's definitely not a tire. And in the past two snowstorm, we hit the curb on this side one time and the other side in the other time. So both of them now are bad. So now we gotta change both of them. Let's get started. Okay, to remove the hub assembly, you need to remove 5 things. The first thing is the nut that hold the assembly to the axle. And then after this, you're gonna have 4, I'm not sure if that on the camera or no. Can you see if it's in the camera? We have like 4 bolts here. 1, 2, that's a brake bracket bolt. You have 1, 2 here and 2 in the other side, and that should be it. But to remove that nut, you guys, if you can see in the camera, there is a kinda a dent on that nut, and you're gonna have to tap on it to make it straight a little bit. Then you're gonna remove it so you don't damage the threads here. And the nut itself is like a 30mm socket, 12 sides, because it's a 12 sides here. So let's get started. Knock that pin out and remove that nut, and then we're gonna remove the 4 bolts in the back. So we got the nut out. Before you start moving the 4 bolts in the back, make sure you can easily push your axle, because if it's like stuck, you're gonna have to tap on it. And if you get tap on it, you can put the nut back a little bit, make it flush, so give you more surface that you can tap it without like sliding and hitting anything. The other thing, that when you put your socket here, you're gonna need to push on the axle, so give you more space. If you try to put your socket without pushing the axle in, you're not gonna have a space to put your socket. And again, these 4 is gonna be like a 17mm bolts. So let's go ahead and remove all 4.
All right, we got all the 4 bolts out from the back, and it's gonna need a couple taps. All right, we were trying to hammer it out. It didn't work that good. Hammer it top bottom to get it loose. Once it get loose, because you know that thing, it was tight enough for years. So now we're gonna get that shield, the brake shield out. I believe it just slips out.
Yeah.
Yep, it just slips out.
You have to remember, put it back in right place, right.
And if you notice, that's see the old hub. That's the old hub, and that's the new hub. Always measure. You know, they always say measure twice, cut once, or install once.
As you guys can see, it moves in and out, which is shouldn't.
Oh, wow.
Should be like very stiff, like this one.
Can you do that again here?
Yeah, like the light.
Yeah.
So that shouldn't be moving like this. That's why the bearing or the hub is bad, and that's why making noise and change. Because when you drive, like you can imagine that much movement in a high speed. So that's why.
Oh, even low speed. Come on.
Yeah. Okay, that's the new one. Again, it's solid, doesn't move.
And if you notice, guys, look at this. The top two bolts here, close to each other. Yes. Right here, you see? They're close to each other.
Close.
And the bottom ones, they're wider. And you can tell. Close, wide. And that new piece looks beautiful.
It's we're gonna grease it, right?
Yes, we have to. It's not greasing it for like the reason, like for the purpose of greasing. We're just greasing it so we save the gears inside. If I can actually see, there's a lot of grease inside the gears around the axle. The grease doesn't do anything as greasing. Is just protecting the metal. So it's not a lot of greasing, it's just a very light coat.
Okay, we're gonna put the shield around our hub, and it's good to have like at least one bolt in your hand, so you put everything. Try to align everything. Okay guys, we got all the 4 bolts in the back tightened. Now we're gonna torque them. The torque is 71 foot-pound. Then after this, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the torque of the main nut to the axle. Okay, again, we're gonna have to push so we can have space.
We're gonna tighten this nut and
to let you know, that's a manual one. Torque specification for this one is 215. If you have an automatic one, the torque for it will be 159. It's a huge difference. So
yeah, because you know when you have a stick shift car,
yeah,
you know you can do a lot of crazy stuff with it.
So we're gonna go ahead, tighten this one, torque it. We'll put our brakes, everything back, and put the wheel back on, and we'll be done with the job. Very easy and simple. Doesn't take literally like 20 minutes, right? Yeah.
I don't actually, because we're recording, it took longer, but
yeah,
without recording, I think it's gonna take less than this. But we're gonna go forward with finishing the whole thing. The only thing we're gonna show you how we're gonna make the dent back in the nut to the axle, and we'll show you that. All right, guys, that's the torque. That's all right. We torque it to 215, and I think maybe it's a little bit more, but now, if you can see here, we need to make a dent in the nut edge inside the axle.
Again, guys, that's, they say to prevent the nut from coming off. I don't think so it will come off after that much torque, but we're gonna go ahead and do it just to follow the specification or the guidance.
Well, actually, it can come off.
Okay, guys, after we torque everything, we tighten everything and we torque everything to the specs, so we're good to go. Put the tire on, have the job done. Again, thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe and share, and hope this video will help you out there. Have a good day.